Classic experience. Dickerson, Valencia, Horwitz, Kelly, and Mendlinger, the lineup for Israel against the young, hard-throwing right-hander, originally signed by the Yankees, now a member of the Pirates starting rotation. Contreras getting ready.
Yeah, man, Ronci Contreras, a little bit of time in the big leagues. He's a guy that really relies on his fastball. 94, 95 as you see his ERA there at 3.79, 95 innings, 86 punchies. But you know, I think for me, his slider, his fastball, as we look at his pitch arsenal, that's going to be the determinator against a team like Israel. If he can dominate with that fastball slider combo, finish people off with that curveball down in the dirt, good things are going to happen for a team of the Dominican Republic.
So Contreras gets the ball here tonight, and we'll see how Rodney Linares wants to manage his way through this game. In terms of the pitching staff, not only having to make sure you win this game, don't look ahead as a manager, and yet make sure that you have things plotted out for what could be an all-time classic pool game tomorrow against Puerto Rico.
Can't wait. Can't wait for tonight. Can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, the thing about tomorrow is that it's going to be a massive game. The place is going to be unbelievable. But it's only that big if you take care of business here tonight. There's some scenarios where it would still kind of have the same stakes. But anyway, the defense for the Dominican Republic. Soto in there, that's a big story. We thought he would not play because of the limitation on back-to-back days. Those limitations apparently are gone. So Soto, Rodriguez, Jimenez in the outfield. Machado, Pena, Ketel Marte getting a chance to play here at second base. Candelario and Gary Sanchez, the catcher. First pitch of the night from Contreras to Jock Peterson is ball one. Jock, who gets victimized by the shift more than just about any other hitter, will face the shift here, and he pulls one sharply foul.
The shift has killed a lot of lefties in their careers, but you know, Jock has been able to overcome that. Obviously, we know the slugger that he is. Swag he brings with the white pearls.
And he won't have to look at that once the big league season starts. But here in the World Baseball Classic, the shift rules outlawing the shift are not in place. So we're playing by 2022 MLB rules.
I think that's going to help a lot of the left-handers.
I think he's a guy who really stands to benefit. He goes down swinging here against the off-speed pitch. So Contreras gets the strikeout to start the game.
That's a good slider. That's a sharp slider. Obviously, he's doing 3 fastballs prior to that. That slider's sharp. Early on and often, more than not, he likes to use, although that was a slider to the lefties, that curveball, especially with 2 strikes down on the ground, that had a little bit more of a bite. He uses the slider more on righties. But no question about it, all starts, and we've talked about it, and we've seen these great pitchers in our tournament this year, that fastball. You got to be able to locate your fastball. If you can do that, it's a lot different than looking at that secondary stuff.
So now Zach Geloff, young player in the A's organization, arguably their best prospect. Fastball got him to swing through. It's 1-1. We haven't seen a lot from him yet, but he's got big-time tools.
He's a dude. He's a dude for the Oakland A's, and they're going to give him every opportunity to succeed.
Slider, 1-2.
The guy, though, you see him, right? You see him with the uniform on, and you say, okay, there's potential here. Guy who's AA, AAA, 18 homers, 66 RBIs, 10 stolen bases in just 96 games.
In the dirt. Somehow we started this game without mentioning the fact that last night Israel did not get a base runner in 8 innings. Not officially in the record books a full perfect game, but that's essentially what it was.
Well, there's only one way to look up if your team Israel, right? That's up.
Yeah, they could use a base runner though early just to make sure the thought doesn't creep in. This can't happen again. Just get that out of the way.
Well, we'll see here early and often with Contreras' fastball command. He can go up the ladder here. He can continue to use that slider like he did on Peterson. Leading off.
He went around. Said the home plate umpires. Back-to-back strikeouts for Contreras.
That's what we call window pitching, where the whole at-bat, he was basically fastballs down and away. That slider really looked like a fastball, but had that bite going down. I think he went. It was the intent. That just couldn't hold up. Good job right there by Sanchez. Now they're having a talk. Hey, how's that slider looking? I guarantee you he's telling him, yeah, it's sharp.
First pitch swing by Matt Mervis. Foul. Another big prospect. Geloff for the A's, Mervis for the Cubs. Look at those numbers from the minor leagues last year. 36 home runs, led all of minor league baseball with 119 runs batted in. Firm, but a good changeup.
That's a good changeup right there. Where we see, there's a lot of guys nowadays throwing that changeup a little bit firmer than what we used to see.
That one hit well to right field. Going back on the ball is Jimenez, and he'll make the catch in front of the wall. Maybe just enough topspin to keep it in the ballpark. Close. Switch hitter, talented hitter. He's in the lineup for the first time in this tournament. Jeremy Pena, Candelario, and Gary Sanchez rounding out the lineup. So quite a test for the fourth youngest pitcher to ever start a game of the World Baseball Classic. He's only 19 years old, Jacob Steinmetz.
Well, he's got his work cut out for him with opponent offense, but I look forward to watching him. This is a huge test for his young career. This guy's going to have a really good day. If he wants to have a good day, he's got to get the first guy out and then move on from there. But it's a guy with a low 90s fastball, a really good curveball. I mean, he's able to spin that curveball up to 2,800 RPMs, which for me, that's better than average. We're going to see how he is with his command, but overall, I think this he's looking forward to this start.
Got the low strike there. Juan Soto, I think if you just let Juan call the balls and strikes, he'd probably be right about 100%. He has swung the bat so well.
Been there in the first game.
World Baseball Classic. Fastball, 1-2. And look at Soto, look at Steinmetz.
Yeah.
A little sign of respect.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that, huh?
Well, right away, one of the things I'm seeing is he's got that zip on his fastball. He's got a good body.
1-2.
And the future's bright. This young man right here.
He had kind of a rough entry into professional baseball last year in the Complex League in Arizona. He was so young and just getting his feet wet. It did not go well, but the Arizona Diamondbacks still really believe in this guy. Well, up and outside. So a full count now to Soto, 3-2.
Very simple delivery too. Not much action, not much, arms and legs coming at you. Little Roy Oswalt, little Garrett Cole kind of feel, just very slow delivery, and then boom, comes right at you.
3-2. Soto to left field and not deep. Kind of a bloop. Hustling in, making a dive and not catching it. Horwitz couldn't get it. Soto trying for second, and he's in there. Seems to be moving just fine, Juan Soto.
Yeah, he seems to be moving just fine. Good hitters get rewarded when they're trying to let the ball travel. That's all he was trying to do with 2 strikes. I think he was respecting that curveball, trying to sneak a fastball right there. This time it's not much he can do. Sometimes I wish outfielders, when they go feet first, I wish they went head first. You know, if you're going feet first, you know, you go head first. That's an extra 2 feet you're covering.
And a little wry smile from Jacob Steinmetz. So now Julio Rodriguez, he takes one that zips upstairs. Ball 1.
Well, Soto, 5 hits, 4 extra bases in this tournament.
Calf issue seems to be in the past entirely, because the last couple of games he's really moved well.
Well, this is the guy I had my eyes on, which prior to that I wanted to see Soto run. Let's see how he's feeling with that calf. He looks good. He looks just fine. There's that smile. We were talking to Julio. I was talking to him earlier. Say, how you feeling, big boy? He says, I feel fantastic. I think I'm ready for a big night. I think his moment's going to come today. You know, talking about little hitting stuff, having space, having time. You say those right things for a hitter. Having space, having time. Good things are going to happen.
On the ground, and a nice backhand stab by Mervis. He'll take it to the bag himself. Soto goes to third. There's the first out. You know, the defense for Israel hasn't been quite as solid as I think they would have hoped. Horwitz, Jock Peterson, Alex Dickerson. That's the outfield. Medlinger, Kelly, Geloff, and Mervis on the infield with C.J. Stubbs. Again, an injury replacement, replacing his brother doing the catching. Hello, I'm CJ.
Good.
I'm new to this tournament. I brought my Astros chest protector with me.
That's great.
Doesn't have the Team Israel gear yet. Just got here. Manny Machado, first pitch swing. Foul ball. Out of play. These are the at-bats that have really vexed Team Dominican Republic in this tournament.
Right here is just simplicity, trying to get a pitch up in the zone. Infield's in, got a little shift on him. At times when you become a hitter, all of a sudden it happens naturally, organically, to become a slugger. A mistake will lead you to slug. A good pitch will lead you to be a good hitter.
Infield in, plus the shift is on. Check swing foul.
Let's check out yesterday's swings for Manny Machado in his StatCast. We talk about
Strikes out swinging. Real tight, well thrown slider.
That's a good slider right there. It's got bite. It was tight. You got the 2 fastballs to hit. Couldn't do much with it. Then you get the nasty, the slider. Well located, down and away. Not much you can do right there if you're Manning.
That's pretty impressive. Jacob Steinmetz, 19 years old, just struck out one of the best hitters in the world. Now he'll face another one, Rafael Devers. That changeup floated outside, ball 1. Relaxes the defense with 2 down. Infield can play back. They have a shift on, but not the massive overshift. Ty Kelly's still on the shortstop side of the bag.
Well, 2-out knocks, 2-out ribbies are very important for a team like Dominican if they want to move on, if they want to have that mojo it deteriorates a team, especially an underdog team, when you get those two outs so close. Then that hit and that run scores, and it's just demoralizing. But really, Dominican team, you want to make sure you get a good pitch here if you're Devers.
Not close. 3-0. So 3 big misses from Steinmetz.
You know, I would like to give him the green light early on. I know it's a huge gamble, but you can tell for the right-handers, they've had a tough time with those sliders.
You got a right-hander due up next, so could be thinking this is our guy. This is our best shot. Ball 4. And so even if he had the green light, he wasn't going to swing at that one. I think it is a sign of respect, the stuff that Steinmetz is showing. Everybody's seeing this guy for the very first time. Some of the best hitters in the world going, oh, okay, kid. Got a little something there.
Yeah.
The other thing about Jacob Steinmetz, he was the first Orthodox Jew to be drafted by a major league organization in history. Wow. When he got picked in 2021. So he was, in his own way, a pioneer. Now, time. We're going to have a meeting on the mound. It's a big deal whenever anybody gets drafted, but it was a particularly big deal for Jacob. The phone was ringing. Friends and family thought, does that mean what we think it means? And the pick got announced. And everybody was happy.
That's great. Oh, yeah. Good memories right there. He'll remember that forever.
Towering over all his friends, by the way. I'm not. Ball 1 after the meeting. That one not close.
That's awesome. You know, he's got the size. He's got the room to fill out. Future's bright for Jacob. We'll talk about another guy who's filled out, Eloy Jimenez, but he looks great. I mean, he looks thin.
And he just punched that pitch. Base hit left field. That'll score the first run of the game. Soto is in. 1-0 Dominican Republic.
Well, similar to yesterday's game, Eloy Jimenez got started on the board with the base hit up the middle tonight. He gets that fastball and absolutely hammers it. A pitch up in the zone. We know Jacob hasn't made mistakes in the first inning, but this pitch right here was definitely a mistake. Up in the zone, Eloy Jimenez, a really good fastball hitter, just doesn't miss it. You talk about a hard hit ball. Look at this divot. Boom. That's a rocket.
One of the strongest guys in the big leagues.
He looks great too. He's thinned out. He looks great in the outfield. He's running well. One of the biggest things about him was, making sure he can play the outfield. But I don't see any problems. He looks fantastic. Probably the best I've ever seen him.
First we've seen of Ketel Marte in the World Baseball Classic. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. Getting a chance to play here tonight. 1-1 strike to count to Marte. Juan Soto sharing a little info with Marte before he came to the plate.
That's going to be big communication, especially on a guy like Jacobs. Spins the ball well. Good sliders, good curveball. Just like that right there. He's got windows now. I mean, he can go sliders down, he can go up in the zone. You look at the splits. It's 2019 for Marte.
19 was his monster year. Since then, the numbers have come down. A lot of that has been from this side of the plate. He's still a really good hitter as a right-handed hitter, but from the left side, his numbers have come way down.
Tell you what, though, he can turn it on any fastball in the game. You try to sneak the cheese, and it is short. I mean, it's a hammer coming down on that ball.
2-2.
First World Baseball Classic appearance. I'm sure he's super excited. First start wearing those colors.
Yeah, you got two ends of the spectrum. Marte's been around for a while, has had great success at the highest level, but he's probably feeling similarly to Steinmetz. His first chance to play in this. Okay, he doesn't look that stressed. Uh-oh, look who came back tonight.
The plátano. Like Dominicans, they say, que lo que con que lo que.
He's Mr. Pop. Even the vendors are taking pictures with him. On the ground to first. Mervis has it. He'll feed Steinmetz for the out. And I think all things considered, Jacob Steinmetz.
Tengo que taparlo ahora porque no puedo pasar los anuncios, o tienen que esperar un momento. Denme un segundo que también estoy a ver si puedo poner live chat para que ustedes lo hagan. Yo creo que voy a tumbar el stream y lo voy a poner otra vez.